Yo, what's going on, people? So I just had a bit of an interesting scenario. I was about to leave my house to come and pick up an order here, and just as I was leaving, the wife runs in and is like, "There's someone outside in front of the door," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" So I run out. Well, it was an elderly man with a walker, and he asked me if I have $5, and I was like, "No," and I kind of shooed him away. But I was leaving the house anyway, so I watched him, and then I went over to someone else's house, and I was like, okay, this is a little weird. So I went over and was going to get him to move along, and then I was like, well, like, do you have somewhere to go, or are you homeless, or like, what's going on here, sir? Well, like, do you need help? So he ended up showing me a bracelet from a retirement home with a phone number. Well, I called them, and they said there was no answer. It went to voicemail. And he said he knew how to get home, and I currently had this order that I had to go pick up, so I was like, okay, well, I guess you're good. But as I was en route to pick up this order, I'm realizing that I'm like right beside the retirement home that this guy was supposed to be at. So I quickly parked and I ran up and knocked on the door, and someone luckily came out, and they're like, yeah, we're missing whatever, his name was George, we're missing George. And I was like, oh shit, I know where George is. Okay, I'll be right back. So I went, and luckily I was able to locate him. He was actually walking towards the retirement home, which was good, so he was on the right track. But I made sure he got there because he was having some issues with his walker, and I walked with him the rest of the way. But he made it home safely, and everyone is okay. So I'm glad that I did the right thing there and made sure that he made it home, because I would have felt like a real jerk if I didn't do the right thing and he didn't make it home. So even though at first I did misjudge the situation a little bit, when you encounter an old person who's kind of disoriented, just maybe best thing to do is be patient and try and give them a hand, even if you don't understand them. I didn't understand a word this guy was saying, but we worked through it, and luckily he ended up where he needed to be. So all worked out well. Anyway, you guys have a good night, and I'll catch you later.